Hey, it's your girl Nadia, CEO and owner of SASSISoul Boutique. Thank you so much for stopping in on the channel yet again. As you know, on this channel, we talk about all things boutique love, boutique life. So if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so we can make sure that you get the next notification on the video. As you can see at the topic below, we are talking about why I unfollowed so many boutique owners. Let's get into it. Hey, again, it's your girl Nadia. As you know, we get right into the video. So today we are talking about why I unfollowed so many boutique owners during my journey of starting my boutique. Again, I'm a little bit under a year, actually going into a year, April 1st. Make sure you check out the site. There will be a fantastic sale to celebrate. That's a little side note, just a little nugget. So as you know, I had a fear of following social media, so make sure you take a look at that video. But then I also want to talk about why I unfollowed so many boutique owners. When I first began my journey, of course, I started a personal page, which I later on started a business page that was to be all things boutique, everything about SASSISoul. So I immediately began following all of the boutique owners that I was following on my personal page. And as I started my journey, it got to just be overwhelming. I found myself very discouraged because I was looking at established boutique owners and all the things that they were showing me. I just would break down. I would get sad. I would want to quit. And so I had to literally unfollow them all. So I'm just going to talk about a few things and reasons why I unfollowed those those boutique owners. Number one was, like I said, I was getting discouraged. First of all, they had way more followers than me. I would look at their followers and it's like 100K, 90K. They were celebrating 10K. And I'm like, why is this not happening for me? Here I am sitting at 300 followers for months and I could not grow at all. And it was so discouraging to watch them just rack up these followers. Also, their pictures were fabulous. I mean, it was like no flaws, no nothing. And I'm like, this looks so amazing. Why can't I get my photos to look like that? Another thing, and as you know, I got my notes here. Another thing was the engagement. They were getting so much engagement. People were just like, hey, this is fire. Oh, I want this. Does it come in this size? What color do you offer? Hey, it's sold out. You know, I'm like, why is this not happening for me? Especially when we all have the same stuff, right? Contrary to what people believe, all of the boutique owners, we are all selling the same stuff. We have the same vendors. Depending on your niche, we have the same exact outfits, two pieces, tops, bottoms, whatever. So it was very discouraging because it's like, why isn't my stuff going out? I was trying to do everything that they were doing. I heard someone say, hey, you know, get a couple of boutique owners or those in the same niche as you and do exactly what they were doing. So I tried that. I was getting the same pieces. I was trying to mimic the same photos. I was trying to say the same caption, and it still was not working. And so I'm like, okay, this is still not working. What is the problem? Then I started to get a little confused at my niche. Now, my niche is ages that range from about 35 to 60, and I cater to women and moms that are basically into the church. You've got a life outside of the church as well. You're running around taking care of kids, basketball, soccer mom, football mom, and then you got to run to rehearsal because you're on a praise team, and then you've got a date with your husband and you want to look fabulous, and then you've got girl night. So I had all these things planned out and written out for what my niche was. And as I was looking at these boutiques that I was following, I'm like, oh my gosh, the people are loving this outfit. Oh, they love this piece. And I would order it and it's like, okay, this is not me. This is not something that I would wear. I definitely am not going to take a picture for people to stare at it. Like, okay, this is not good. So I started to get confused with who I was trying to capture. And I'm like, okay, this is not good because this is not what the moms that I'm trying to focus on. This is not what they would wear. Another thing is, even though I was copying them, I didn't want them to know that I was copying them. So it was kind of hard for me to look at these photos and their posts and say and do the exact same thing that they were doing and them not find out. So then I was trying to kind of rearrange the words and say things a little differently. I totally stopped ordering the pieces that they were ordering because some of them was like, no way I'm gonna even model this. So I started changing all of that. I didn't want them again to know that I was copying them, so I started changing some of the words so that if they came across my page, they wouldn't see it. It started to just get overwhelming. Like, okay, I got to go back and redo this and recaption it. And it was like, okay, this is too much. I'm like copying them, and then I'm running back and forth trying to change it so they wouldn't know I was copying them. So I was like, you know what? I am not going to do this. Then I began to look at their website. Every boutique owner that I follow, I would look at their website, and I'm like, wow. This is amazing. It looks so professional. It looks daunting. Like I would spend hours and hours trying to find the actual website theme or design they had. Most of the time, Shopify, if you use Shopify, at the bottom of your page, it says empowered or used by Shopify. So I would go onto Shopify and I would spend hours on end trying to find the exact theme that some of these boutique owners was using. And I'm like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. I would find them and then find out that, oh my gosh, those cost $250. I'm using a free form of Shopify theme, and they're using a theme that costs $200-$300. There's no way I'm going to do that. So I got discouraged, like, okay, people are not going to buy from me because my site doesn't look like theirs. Then I started finding ones that, okay, their site is kind of like mine. Oh, I can see the site that they're using. It's inexpensive or it's free too. So I'm like, okay, now I'm not going to go after that. Then I started getting frustrated because I couldn't always find the pieces that they were showing. And it's like, wow, the people love it. They got thousands of likes. Okay, where do I find this? So I would go on a rabbit hole chase trying to find the exact item that they were showcasing. Sometimes I could not find it. Sometimes I found it and it was way too expensive for me to put into my boutique. I knew that my customers would not like the pricing that I would have to put on it. So I was like, you know what? This is a never-ending battle. Then I found that they would not help me. I would literally DM them. I would email their stores. I would try to contact them. I would respond in the comments, and they would not help me. And when I tell you, that's when I determined that the gatekeeping was extremely real. I said, I'm never going to be this type of boutique owner. Anytime anyone asks me anything, I'm going to give them the honest to God truth. Why? Because it is difficult when you are starting a boutique from scratch, because you're dealing with the unknown. You just don't know where to go, what to do. You don't know how to begin, how to start, how to make it sustain. It's just absolutely hard. And so I said, I was never going to be that type of boutique owner. I was always going to help whoever needed my help, for sure. And then sometimes it seemed like they were bragging, right? I would see them like put up their Shopify stores and show all the customers that were actively on the site. If you know anything about Shopify, when you go into your homepage, it automatically shows you, or the way you have it set up, I should say, it shows you how many people have been on your site and how many people are live on your site, like right at the moment. And they would literally be putting up those statistics, those analytics saying, you know, hey, when we dropped this yesterday, within an hour, we made $100,000, 400 sales. And it was like, okay, are they literally trying to show me that they did this, like bragging to me, or is this just them? And so with that, I'm like, okay, this is discouraging me 100%. I'm never going to get there. I just had to shut it down. And I was just not surprised, but I guess I would say I was jealous of their accomplishments. Some of them were coming from offline onto getting a brick and mortar. Some of them were like meeting all these records of Shopify, making so many sales, making so much money. And it's like, I'm not getting that at all. And so I literally went onto my business page and I unfollowed every single boutique. I stopped liking them so that it would not show up in my feed, and I will only see them if I went to my personal page. Now, at first it was a little bitterness as to the reason why I was doing this, because they were doing great and I wasn't. But then I realized that I can't follow boutique owners because I'm not trying to sell to boutique owners. I'm trying to sell to the regular schmegular people, right? So it was like, okay, it makes sense for me to unfollow them on my business page because I want people to follow me and I want to follow people that need my products. I want to follow people and see what people that are just regular, what are they doing on a daily basis? You know, where are they going? What are their styles that they're dressing, so that I can look out for the things that I know they would need from my boutique. So with me following them on my personal page, I would be able to go to my personal page and see what was popping, what was trending, you know, what they were doing, what the trending music was, and kind of focusing on my own niche in my business page. And so when I did that, it kind of stopped the flow of my followers, my engagement. Like, I stopped getting likes on my videos. I stopped even having any engagement at all, like a heart, anything. And I realized that I had to literally, at that point, build from scratch. And so when I started doing that, my page kind of took off. And where I was at like 300 to 500 followers, I'm now at almost 2.2K in just a month. And it's been amazing. Like, it's just been regular people that need my services, regular people that have questions, that have comments about what I'm offering, or boutique owners in general. And it's just been amazing. Just finding people that don't already follow them. And that was another thing too. I was finding people that was already following those boutique owners on my business page. So once I unfollowed them, I started getting new people. I started getting people that were not following all of the boutique owners that I was following. Now, honestly, I didn't stop following all of them. There are a few that I follow because they have been encouraging. One that I actually met with, that was a mentor. I met with her. I do follow her page because she does sometimes engage with me. And I follow those that were willing to help me, and that I was willing to help as well. And so I can honestly say that I probably follow a good amount of boutique owners on my page now that are just getting started, and they are really just trying to find their niche, and I'm trying to help them, if that makes sense. But any of the established ones that had hundreds of followers and had been doing this for years, I just had to let them go. Another thing I stopped following, another area where I stopped following boutique owners was TikTok. Right now, I have Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and I have TikTok. I totally stopped doing anything business related on TikTok. Why did I do that? Because I needed a social media outlet that wasn't tied to my business, because I had to shut myself down at some point in the day. And so late at night, after I've gotten everything done, I'm trying to wind down from my day. That's when I go to TikTok, and I just want to watch videos that have nothing to do with entrepreneurship, or that have nothing to do with business or boutique owners, because I just want to just laugh and see what's out there and what's going on in the world. And I don't want to be stopped and start making notes about, oh, let me get this, let me look at this. When I'm on Instagram, it's all business, right? I'll see something and I'm like, okay, let me make a note of that. I need to look at that tomorrow. Oh yeah, let me do this. Let me make a note of that. Oh yeah, let me order this. Oh yeah, this is trending. Let me make a note of that. And I just didn't want that. I wanted to be able to completely shut down at the end of the night when all else was done. And so when I go to TikTok, it's all kids and laughter and funny videos, bloopers, and what's the trending dance and what's the trending comments or stories. But boutique, I do not have on there. I recently started to try to start a TikTok shop. I didn't even finish with it because I don't want to affiliate my business with TikTok right now. I just want a social media platform that has nothing to do with what's trending, what's stylish. Every now and then I might post maybe a new arrival, but it's nothing like my Instagram or Facebook. Those platforms are strictly for business. Even my personal, I go on there to see what I need to know or do for my business. So I had to really pivot my attention so that I could focus on what I needed for my boutique and what groups and people I needed for my particular boutique. Now, I do follow other businesses, but businesses that would eventually or need to order from me. You know, they see something that I have and they order. So like I follow boutiques or business owners that have handmade earrings or soaps and lotions or food or event planners, things of that sort. We follow each other because we can basically support one another. I'm not going to support another boutique in ordering something that I already have. So that is a reason why I had to unfollow so many boutique owners. It was overwhelming, it was discouraging, it was not helping me. So since I've done that, I can honestly say that I'm not stressed or I'm not discouraged or I don't feel less than. I feel like I'm in my own bag, I'm in my own lane, I'm on my own journey. And so it feels great to just be collecting a group of individuals that are just willing to support me and looking at my products and looking at my boutique only. So it's been great. Even though I'm not a fan of having hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, because to me, if they aren't customers, they really aren't doing me any good. But it is nice to see that my platform is getting out there and people are interested. Like I said, I have about 2.2 followers right now. Not as many customers, hoping that they will eventually turn to customers, but it does feel great to have my own audience and my own platform that I'm able to draw in to be my customer base. So if you're out there and you're feeling discouraged, maybe it's because what you're looking at, what you're seeing, what you're being faced with every time you go to your phone or every time you go to an app. Maybe you're looking at boutique owners that are way more advanced and way more established and accomplished, and it's got you a little bit frustrated. And I'm not saying that that is a bad thing, because they have to, they need to be doing well because they started their business way long ago, and it's inevitable that, it's at one point we all blow up and things get great for us. But if that's all you're following, if you're only following boutiques that are doing fabulous or boutiques that you kind of admire, that may be one of the reasons why you're a little bit down and frustrated about your own boutique. Maybe it looks like you'll never reach their status. So I would say to pull back just a little bit on following boutique owners that are doing so great, or ones that when you look at it, it's like, oh my God, here they go again with 1,000 likes. Just kind of veer off a little bit, maybe one or two only. And try to see if that helps just your own mood or your own outlook on your own boutique. I want to make certain that your focus is following your own dreams and getting into a place where you are catering to those that are going to depend on you, and that you're not trying to go into this mode of maybe you're just gonna luck up and get 100 of their customers. Because at one point I was actually going onto their pages, and I saw this on YouTube. Go onto their pages and follow their followers, and their followers will follow you back. It never happened. It was a rabbit hole. So I actually went through and unfollowed most of them because I wanted real organic followers. I wanted a real organic audience that came to my page because what I was offering. And I'm telling you, once I started that, it just really took my page and my audience to another level. Now all I'm waiting for is for them to just start ordering like crazy, right? So I hope this helped. I hope that you are now encouraged to trust your own process and not allow what the process that you're seeing these other boutiques have to discourage you. It's great that they're doing great, but one day we will all be doing great, right? So take the time to go and just look at, and say, yeah, when I look at this page, it really gets me down because I'm not there yet. When I look at this page, I really get frustrated because I have the same products. So step away, unfollow. Maybe you need to create a platform that has nothing to do with business so that you're able to shut down and revamp and resettle yourself and reset for the next day. As always, I hope this video has been helpful. And as we remind you always, stay confident, stay sassy, and stay classy. We're going to do that again. Stay sassy, stay classy, and stay confident. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.